Now, lots of you enjoy a drink or dinner overlooking Fishing Boat Harbour in Fremantle, one of the key focal points of the port city. It's beautiful down there, very historic. You might be surprised to hear, though, what divers pull out of the water in efforts to clean up the area. Each year, members of the Narc Dive Club hone in on a marine spot needing some attention. Take a plunge. Last year, they focused on Hillary's Boat Harbour, but this year they dragged out quite a bit of rubbish from Fishing Boat Harbour. Chris Dodd organised the event. Hello, Chris.
Good afternoon, Jill.
How long have you been doing this annual clean-up now?
This is our 9th annual clean-up that we've been doing across the Perth harbours.
What motivated you to start doing it?
When we first originally started, there was Earth Week. It's about the same time.
Yeah.
And we thought we wanted to do something about it for conservation in the marine waters, as we're all divers, and so it all began.
So what focused your attention on Fishing Boat Harbour in Fremantle this year?
So we've been through the Fishing Boat Harbour before. We've actually spent 3 years, one after the other, to complete the harbour 3 years ago.
Yeah.
When we came through the southern side of the Fishing Boat Harbour, the divers last time were saying that there was still stuff there that they didn't have time in that section to complete. So we wanted to go back there and do it again.
Well, take us through the clean-up process, Chris. How many divers took part? How do you organise yourselves on the day?
So we have some big safety briefs prior, so I literally tell everyone everything that I know. So then on the day, there's nothing to be... they can't ask me because I've already told them everything that I know as well. But they're all in teams. And then one team will be in the water while another team is assisting, while another team is removing the rubbish to the sorting hub, while the other team is also counting, and then also getting ready to move to the next area to enter the water.
What did you pull out of the water this year?
What didn't we pull out of the water?
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
Chris, tell us.
People say to me, what's the weirdest thing? And I'm like, well, I've seen so many things pull out of the harbours. Like, you tell me what you think you've seen pull out of it, and I'll tell you whether we haven't pulled it. But look, we saw laptops, we saw babies' prams, we saw, wheelie bins.
Wheelie bins?
Yeah,
I suppose that'd be handy, Chris. Then you could just put all your rubbish in them under the water.
Straight up. But, look, we get the tyres, but they're not thrown in there. They're used as a buffer zone on the edge of the wharfs, and they get knocked off and stuff. We had 140 divers roughly on each day, so over 250 people over the weekend, both on the land and in the water, and those people are absolutely amazing.
Well, tell us a bit more about those people, Chris. Who are they? What motivates them?
All the dive clubs around the Perth metro area. We have people. One of the guys flies in from up north, Northern Territory. So all over the place, they come down and they help out, and they give up their time for 2 days straight, and it's absolutely unreal. They're amazing people, and it's amazing to be able to be a part of that with them.
It sounds, Chris, like some of the items might be quite difficult for divers to remove.
Yeah, the tyres and stuff that we pull out, we've got some big ropes on, and sometimes a couple of divers will use lift bags on a few different things. Anything that's too big, we pin mark it on maps, and then they go back in there with a barge and crane, and they pull it out afterwards. So,
can you quantify how much stuff you pulled out this weekend?
Well, we've already had half the bins taken away and weighed, and that's already in at about 4.9 tonnes. So it's a little bit under the half the amount of bins. So, but I'm unknown. I'm about to try and see if I can find out the next bin weight as well, and then we've got the tyre weights coming as well. So yeah, we were up to 47.8 tonne before we started this operation, and we're well over the 50 tonne mark now.
That is astonishing. Chris Dodd is the event organiser, the Narc Dive Club. All of these divers choosing a waterway around the city and cleaning it up, basically. This weekend was Fishing Boat harbour, huge amounts of rubbish. So what happens to all of this rubbish, Chris, after you've cleaned it all out of the harbour?
When we first started doing these things, we had we got our own trucks in and stuff, and then we tried to get rid of it. It is the hardest thing to do, and look, I take my hat off to Herman DeMello down there at the Department of Transport.
Yeah.
He sorts it all. He gets the bins in, he gets rid of it all, he gets rid of all the tyres that we get out because they're all contaminated and so forth. So, he takes an absolute weight off our hands.
Herman
DeMello, yep.
Herman DeMello, you are a wonderful human being. So now, how do you reckon, Chris, and I imagine you'd have to speculate a bit, but how do you reckon most of that stuff gets there?
Yeah, look, I've always liked to say that a lot of it blows in the harbours due to the wind and the weather and the elements that you've got to deal with. Some of it is pure laziness and disrespect. When we find, we went through that area 3 years ago. We pulled every marine battery out of that area 3 years ago. We still pulled a heap of marine batteries out of there. And we pulled oil filters out of there. The harbour has an oil filter a recycling catchment chamber at the end of the jetty, and we're finding these things in the water. We're like, what 1 and 1 equals 2. What isn't happening here?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you have been doing this for quite a long time, as you say, Chris. Are we getting better or worse?
I think we have a bigger and better organisation with heaps more people and are able to accomplish heaps and heaps more. So if we go by the looking at the rubbish, we pull more. But is it because we're more efficient and we have a great team?
Yeah. I mean, you'd feel pretty good after your efforts, I would imagine, but a bit bewildered.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's if we focus on that rubbish all the time. Like when we were in Hillary's, we did Hillary's 2 years in a row and we pulled 8 tonnes. Went back there 6 years later and pulled 10.8.
Wow.
And if you sit there and focus on that and go, well, aren't we meant to be getting better? And then think, well, hang on a minute, we're all the same human race, and then that makes yourself feel bad about being a part of that. So we look at it and go, we must be just more efficient. Must be.
What do you reckon the worst area around Perth was?
If I said to you,
yeah,
I got one group of people that rely on the ocean for their income for their family, and I have another big group of people here, and they rely on the ocean for recreation. Which one would you say?
Oh, I would say recreation.
And the lovely sound everyone would hear would be,
Really?
Sad, hey? That's where we find the bad stuff, all the batteries and stuff like that. And I'm not saying it's the boat owners. It could be the person doing the job. It could be just a labourer that's doing the job. It could be, you know what I mean?
Yes, of course.
It's someone.
Yeah. Wow.
And that relies on that for that vessel to be making money for their income.
Astonishing. Chris, have you identified a location for next year yet, or do we watch this space?
Yeah, look, we're on to it. We've done. We're probably going to be going over one of the other harbours we've done before. We should have an answer within the next few weeks.
Well, keep in touch, Chris. It's wonderful work that you do. Congratulations and thank you on behalf of the whole community, because goodness knows how much junk there would be in our waterways without you and the rest of the divers that volunteer their time, and Herman.
Most definitely. Awesome. Thank you very much, Jill.
Good on you, Chris. Chris Dodd, the event organiser of that marine cleanup. So every year. So last year, Hillary's Boat Harbour. This year, Fremantle Fishing Boat Harbour. Over 100 divers. They just get in there and they pull junk out of the water. So have a think about that next time you're in the area and thinking about chucking something in.